Hey guys, so let me give you a quick demo of the system of the app. So here's the time and the date. I think it's a minute before your meeting. It's a Monday. So here's a quick demo. So yeah, I created this app. The reason it took me so much time, I actually underestimated the time I had to create this app. The reason it took me so much time is because I was focusing too much also on the security and complexity. So so you so this is the API. This is the API. I've implemented different methods for registering, logging in, tokens, and all of that. So, but you don't need to know about all of this if you're not really much into coding. So, I also created. I'm not sure if you're familiar with SQL databases. So I created a database for this app, and then it just has a few tables. The tables to store the modules, and then your information as a user. So where is it? Yeah, so here's the database for this application, and then tables. Why is it taking so long? But yeah, tables. So just as a few tables. So tables to store your modules, student modules, and then users, and then your role in the system, and then this one tracks your login, and then this one tracks your security claims, like the claims that you have in the system, and then the activities, like the activities such as tests, exams, and what will all be stored here. So if I view this table, I'm explaining this so that you can understand when maybe you might be required to explain this kind of things when you present the app. So to load the table, okay, so you see it has the activity database takes the name of the activity name, then the activity type. This is where you're going to specify whether it's an exam, semester test, or whatever. And then you have grade, and then date for when that thing is due, and then the user ID and the module ID for that activity. So for the module, it just takes the user ID, module ID, and then module name. And then the user, yes, just takes your basic stuff, your password, your hashed passwords and all. So let me go back to what you understand here. So when you open the app, it opens here the login page. So the reason I implemented the login functionality is because you're gonna present the app from a computer like this. So if you present it like this, for you to view your specific modules, you need to have your own profile, so that when you click on modules or activities, it's gonna retrieve your own activities. So that's why I had to create profiles and all. So this is the part that took me much time, like creating profiles and all of that. So I wanted to do it like without profiles. Yes, it would work, but the problem is it works fine if it works on your own phone, because you are the only one who's gonna use that calendar on your phone, like text timetable. You don't need to make an account there because you use it on your phone. But as soon as it's migrated to another platform, it needs to use profiles so that it can distinguish users, and then it can split the database accordingly. And then another thing, what did I want to mention? Okay, I forgot. I'll remember after. So here you can register a user. You can register a user, enter their first name, last name, then your password. And when you click register, it will show a banner saying you have been successfully registered. And then if you forgot your password, you'll just click here and then you enter your email address if you've registered before. So I didn't implement this functionality to the end of it because it requires an email. So when you enter your email address, it needs to send an email to that email address you've entered, so that it will give you a link with a token to reset your password. So I do have an email API. The problem is I'm using it for another system, and it gives only like 100 emails a day, so I didn't implement it here. But if you want complexity max and want to implement, if you want me to implement this part fully where you can like change the password and all, I can do it. And then close here. So logging in, I added a couple of users. So one user I've added is, I think it's user, let me check here to see if I don't have a token. Okay, I have no token here. Let me just clean the local storage. Okay, so it was user dot last 3 at gmail.com, and then password it was user at PlanUP. Yes, so when you click login here, so here it just goes to the API to show how the login method works. But let me just click continue, and then so here okay, another thing I want to mention is this app is on dark mode, so I didn't add any background or anything. So, and also I didn't do much styling on it because yeah, I feel like I didn't have enough time to style, and styling is not my specialty. I specialize more in functionality. But yeah, I'll keep on styling. But so assessment calendar, so here I was showing a list of assessments like arranged by the date due. So the one that is due soon will be on top, and then like that. So I wanted to group them by date, but yeah, I didn't have time to do that. And then modules, so here is where you add your modules. And then so on this profile I added one module, and then I added one test. So if I click on add module, what did I do? Did I do something? Add module. Wait, I think there's something I didn't implement here. So okay, no, I'll do this later. Okay, so when you click add module here, it's a bit blurry. Let me refresh again. Modules retrieved. Okay, so yeah, now it's refreshed. Okay, now when you add a module, it's supposed to show this modal. It will change. It's not always going to be blurry, it's just blurry now. Don't worry, it's just a matter of dimensions. So you can enter a new modal, a new module name, like let me call it user 3 module 1, and then add module. Okay, so here's the module appears here, and then you can click to add another module. You see now it's fine, it's not blurry anymore, it was just my browser. So let's call it module 2, and then add module. And then it loads, yes. And then the module is here, and when you click on assessments, you see now the assessments, it's empty. So when you click add assessment, so it's my browser, okay. Let me check what's up here. scroll 0. Alright. Yeah, no, now I see why it didn't want to open. Okay, now it's open. So I added a delay, just a processing delay, so that it saves my processing power, but it's fine. So when it's off, when you click here, like just add assessment, it will add same time. So assessment name, you can just call it new assessment, or let me say new test 1. So when you click test type, you can choose whether it's semester test or class test, so we can make it semester test. And then module, it's going to show you the 2 modules that you've added, or whatever number of modules. So let's put it under module 2. So here you select the date, let's say it's on the 15th, and then the time can be okay, let's say 17:00 p.m. or did I choose 7 p.m.? Okay, 5 p.m. like most semester tests on tax, so 5 p.m. and then so here obviously it says grade with a question mark. Like usually you won't have a grade when you add the assessment. You can add the grade later. So when you click add assessment, so it's gonna refresh. Still loading here. So the assessment is gonna appear here, you see. So another thing, I haven't done the styling for the assessments. I need to do a styling. I need to style them correctly so they appear right, even the date, so that it shows on correct format, on a format that you're familiar with. So I can add another assessment. Yeah, I can say assess 2, and then let's allocate it to module or class test. Let's make it class test and allocate it to module number 1, and then let's make it due on the 13th, and then the time, it's fine. And then add assessment, so yeah, this one is gonna appear on top because it's new. Assessment 2 is due sooner than this one, so it's gonna appear on top. So don't worry about the styling. I'm gonna do styling so that it looks fine. So this is name of the assessment, type, the due date, and then the name of the module. And then I'm gonna also add grade here. When you add grade, it's gonna appear somewhere here. And then you have account, where you chose your first name and last name. So this is the first name and last name I chose for this account, and then the email for the account. So you can delete account, or you can choose to log out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna display the assessments here and then filter them by date, due date. If an assessment is already due, it won't appear here anymore. Here you'll only see the assessments that still have that are still within the due period. And then so here, yeah, I'm filtering colors randomly. You'll see when you go back, now it will be yellow, blue. But if you want me to keep the colors consistent, like let you choose colors, that's also doable, but it's more time. So yes, this is how far I got with the app. So what I need to do now is to style so that it looks fine. I think I'm gonna just leave it as dark mode like this, and then okay, I'm gonna, when you click on the activity here, I'm gonna allow you to edit the activity, then delete it if you want. Yes, so that's it. So yeah, I had underestimated the time I had before, because I also had other things to do, my assignments. But if I was to estimate, I think by today I'll be done with everything. The calendar here, this one might take me like an hour from now to finish, and then deleting assessments, maybe it might take me a few minutes, maybe 15 to 30 minutes, and then also deleting modules. So yeah, I think that's it. So I'm not sure, tell me what you think about it. tell me if it's not good enough. Tell me if you need more. Tell me if there's things I added that are not necessary. Yeah, so I'll be waiting for your feedback. So tomorrow I'll join you like on a live meeting. Today I couldn't come because I need to complete an assignment, but tomorrow I'll come in person, Tuesday. Yeah, so but this is it for now. Then you can choose which phone you wanna view it, like on iPhone SE or yeah, whatever device. And then you can also give me suggestions on how I can display these assessments here, maybe one, like 2 per row or whatever, or just put it as make it thinner but longer. Yeah, you can tell me. And then the modules, I think the modules are fine the way I displayed them. Or if you want me to display the assessments same way as the modules, you can tell me also. So yes, you can look at the app now there and then give me feedback.